Hi everyone, this is part 12 of JavaScript. In the last video, we discussed about functions in JavaScript. Function is a subprogram which is used to perform a specific operation, and function will get executed when we call it. And we already discussed that it is always recommended to declare the function in header tag and calling of the function in body tag. Okay, so today we'll discuss about different functions in JavaScript. Okay. So here JavaScript supports three types of functions. One is named function, other one is anonymous function, another one is arrow functions. Okay, now there are three varieties of functions are there. Today nowadays the popular functions is the arrow function. Is it clear? Or you can also call it as lambda expressions, which are popularly used in all the languages like .NET, Java, Python, everyone, Angular especially. Are you following? So different types of functions in JavaScript are three types: named function, anonymous function, arrow function. Named function means declaring the function with some name. That type of functions are called as named function. Anonymous function means declaring the function without giving any name is called as anonymous function. So let us see one by one about these functions. Are you following? So here I am discussing about functions. Functions are basically divided into three types I told you. One is named function, anonymous function, and arrow function. Named function means declaring the function with some name is called as named function. And the function will get executed when we call it. So what is the syntax to declare a function? Function, function name. At the time of declaring the function, I am giving some parameters. What is the purpose of the function name? To identify the type of operation we are performing. So get the sum, and we are getting the sum of these two parameters. So what is the syntax to call the function? Function name of pass the values. Is it clear? This is the declaration of function. This is the calling of function. At the time of calling of function, we are passing two input values, 6, 3. So here x is 6, y is 3. So 6 plus 3 answer is 9. But both the code you have to write inside the script tag only. This is what we discussed in the last class about named functions. And next one is anonymous function. Anonymous function means declaring the function without any name, or you can also call it as a nameless function. So generally you can ask me, sir, why these two functions are given means, generally at the time of developing the application, developer will invoke the function. In that case, developer must know the function name. But sometimes, depending on the user interaction, the function must get invoked. Depending on the user interaction. For example, user will interact with the HTML controls. Based on the user interaction, the function must get invoked. That is nameless. In that scenario, we'll use anonymous function. So anonymous function are also called as nameless function. It is very, very popular. In jQuery, we'll use mostly anonymous functions. That is declaring a function without any name is called as anonymous function. Generally, how you declare a function? You will declare a function like this. Function, function name, parameters, bracket open, bracket close. Anonymous function means declare the function without giving any name. Remove this function. And the result of the function, you can assign to one variable. Did you understand? So here, whenever this is here you see, left hand side you have variable is there, right hand side you have function is there. So when to declare anonymous function means, whenever your function will return any value, or when anonymous function result must 100% store in some variable. Here you see. Is it clear? So invoking of the function, I will call the function by using variable name. And here your variable name is acting like a function name. So x of. Did you understand that? One HTML tag and close HTML tag. Okay. And here I'll try to declare head tag and close head tag. And here I'll try to declare one body tag and close body tag. Some students are asking doubt like, sir, you're telling that to declare the function head tag and calling of the function body tag. Why to do like that? I will declare the function and calling of the function also in where? Body tag. Still I will get the output. What is the difference? Generally in real time what will happen means, Generally, JavaScript code we will not write in the HTML page. We'll always write JavaScript code in a separate file, and we'll import that JavaScript code within your head tag by using script tag. That is the reason I told. And calling of the function will do in HTML only. So HTML code will write in body, and the JavaScript code will write in head. That is the reason. If you write both declaration and calling in say body tag also, you'll get the output. But in real time, JavaScript code will write in a separate file, and we'll try to import the JavaScript within your particular HTML. That is the reason I told you like that. Now see in this example, I will declare one function, and I will not give any name for that function. Simply here I'll try to write the logic. Document.write off. Here I will try to print something like this. Anonymous function called. Anonymous function called I will give here. And how to call the function? Now you can ask me one doubt. Sir, you told that to declare the function without giving any name. Then how to call that function? If you want to call that function, assign the function result to one variable. Okay, and now my function result is stored in the variable. And here my variable name itself acting like a function name. Now here you can call the function. How to call the function? Variable name of. Save. Save the program. Go to your desktop. There you can see some desktop 2020. There you can see HTML Satya. There you can see af.html, anonymous function.html. Okay, now here you can see. Okay, here you can see that folder. Open that desktop 2020 folder. There you can see Satya HTML Satya folder. There you can see af.html. Open this one. So anonymous function is called. Okay. Now you can ask me, sir, can we give return type for the function? Yes. Function will have return type also. Is it clear? Because sometimes function will return some value. Is it clear? So here I will try to, for example, sometimes if you ask me, sir, I want to pass the input parameters, then how it will work? Okay, now I will try to print document.writeoff. Document.writeoff x plus y. If you, at the time of declaring the function, if you declare any parameters, at the time of calling the function, you can pass the values. I'll give a comma b so that you will not confuse, because already I have given x set there, a plus b. Now at the time of calling the function, you have to pass the values. Now here a is 6, b is 3, 6 plus 3 is 9. So the result of the function, so 9 will be print. You can see the output of the program. File, save as. I'll try to save the program as af1.html. Okay, I will try to open this folder. Here you see HTML Satya. There you can see af1. So you'll get the output 9. So at the time of declaring the function, it will work like a normal function only, but only one difference is function does not have any name. That is anonymous. Now function will have return type. For example, here I will try to write return a plus b. And this function is returning some value. When the function will return some value means this is function 1, this is function 2. Let us assume this is function 1 and this is what? Function 2. And function will take input. Function will take input and give some output. Yes or no? Function will take input and give some output. If the output of one function is input for another function, one function will give output to another function. The output of one function is the input for another function. Then we have to give return type. Then we have to give what? Return type. Are you following? We'll see in the next video. I will explain you about multiple function calling and everything. So here you can see this function, when you call this function will return some value. So here you will not get any output. AF1 I think I saved in the same program. Here let us see. Here you can see. So you will not get any output because this function is returning some value. If the function will return some value, then the result of the function you have to store in one variable. Here where sum is equal to x of 6, 3. and I will try to print the sum. Something like document.write of sum. Okay, now save it. Once check the output here. Are you following? So let us see, refresh. Now you'll get the output as 9. So what I'm telling here, if the function will return any value, then at the time of calling the function, we have to store the result of the function in one variable. Here we are calling the function. Okay, at the time of calling the function, the result of the function we are storing one variable. And then we are printing that variable. Here one student is asking one doubt that, sir, can I directly print x? Yes, I will write something like this. Document.write. You cannot print x. You have to call the function x of, pass some other values, 7, 3. Here x, the result is not stored in x. Oh, here the return type is there, no? Yes, yes. But at the time of calling the function, you have to pass what? Values. 7, A is 7, B is 3. 7 plus 3, 10. 10 is directly we are printing. Is it clear? This result is not stored in x actually. For calling of the function only we are giving here. Here you can see, I will try to debug. And once open the browser and refresh, you'll get 2 outputs. Because 2 times we print now 9 and 10. So that is how you can work with this anonymous functions. So this is how you can work with anonymous function. Here I told you, already I showed you the example. Example to create anonymous function with parameters. This is one example. See, first of all, I'll give you clarity. What is a variable? We already know variable is the name given for a particular memory location. What is the purpose of variable? The purpose of variable is to store the value. Now this point is very important for you. We can assign value or expression or function call or anonymous function to a variable. See here in the first line, where x is equal to 10, I am assigning the value to the variable x. In the second line, where y is equal to 5 minus 3 plus 2 into 3, I am assigning an expression to the variable. And here you see, here if I declare one function, function gets some, this is named function, and I am trying to, this function will return some value. And at that I am trying to calling the function, and the result of the function I am storing in the variable. So the value 9 was assigned to this variable sum. This is named function. If the named function will return some value, at the time of calling the function, assign the result of the function to the variable. And similarly, you see another function. Now you can ask me one more question. This is get total is one function, get percentage is one function. Can we call one function in another function? Yes. I am calling a get total in get percentage, and I am sending 3 inputs, 70, 70, 70. Now, first I need to call get percentage. Get percentage I will call. At the time of calling this get percentage function, internally it will call what? Get total function, and it will give the input 70, 70, 70. So 210. The result of this function is 210. This 210 is stored in T. Now 210 by 3, 70, stored in P. So can we call one function in another function? Yes. And here what is the meaning means, the output of this function is the input for this function, or the result of one function used by another function. Then we have to use like this. And in how many ways we can assign the variable, I am telling. If you see in this scenario, did you understood that? So in this scenario, we can assign anonymous function to the variable. Here you see I declare one function. This is anonymous function. Declare a function without giving any name is called as anonymous function. And at the time of calling the function, the result is stored in sum. Is it clear? I will try to call the function. As here I written console.log means we'll use in TypeScript. In JavaScript we'll use document.write. Document.write is used to display the output on the browser. Console.log is used to display the output on console window. Similarly here you see where sum is equal to this also. Here no output. Because this function is returning no. Here return type is not there. Here return type is there. If return is there, you have to store the function output in some variable. Did you understood? Both are right. This is how you can work with this type of functions. In the next video, I'll discuss about arrow functions. For more videos, try to subscribe. Thank you. Have a nice day.